Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Friday the 21st of July 2023. In today's Millwall news, it's a Friday and Millwall love dropping big news on Fridays. For some reason, recently, this is what they're doing. Well, I tell you what, we signed 2 players today. They've announced them today. You can see here, Millwall confirmed Casper de Norre signing. Done and dusted. Medical passed, agreement made. Millwall Football Club is delighted to announce the signing of Casper de Norre from Aidomo Emakhu. The 26-year-old midfielder joins on a long-term contract for an undisclosed fee and becomes the Lions' 4th signing of the summer transfer window. The Belgian, who can play in central midfield or at right back, made his professional debut for Belgium Division 1 side Saint-Truiden, where he spent 3.5 more years before opting for a short hop to Gonk, where he gained Belgium under-21 experience and tasted Champions League football against the likes of Liverpool and Napoli. A move to Leuven then materialised in October 2020, with De Norre part of the OH side, who racked up consecutive mid-table finishes in the Jupiler League. Subject to work permit processes being complete. Oh, you didn't say that. They're hiding that. They didn't tell us that. Work permit. Okay. Well, Aidomo de Norre will join up with his new Millwall teammates ahead of Tuesday night's pre-season friendly fixture with Charlton and Fleck at the Den. Casper is a player who we pursued throughout the summer, so we're delighted to have reached an agreement to bring him to the Millwall before the start of the new season, said Alex Aldridge, Director of Football Operations and Recruitment. He's been a key player for heavily Leuven for a number of years. At 26 is entering the prime of his career, having played more than 150 games in the Belgian league, as well as in European competitions with Gonk. Casper will be a strong addition to Gary's midfield options as we continue to assemble our squad in this transfer window. Interestingly, more on this later. Gary Rowett said a little line, so you can. It's very good listening to Gary Rowett. He comes up with these lines, and you read behind them, and you read between them, and it suggests something. It's suggestive what he says. But here's the other signing, Wes Harding. This broke out yesterday. Wes Harding signs for Millwall. Millwall Football Club is delighted to announce the signing of Wes Harding, the 26-year-old free agent, becomes the Lions' 3rd signing of the summer transfer window, and bolsters Gary Rowett's squad ahead of the 23-24 season. Yeah, because this was announced before the other one, so that's why they're saying this was the 3rd and the other guy was the 4th. The versatile defender who can play anywhere across the back line, most recently played for Rotherham United and arrives in SC16 on the back of 3 years with the Millers. A product of Birmingham City's youth system, the Jamaican made 60 appearances for the Blues before making the move to Yorkshire in August 2020. In his time with Rotherham, Harding was a vital member of the squad, which won promotion from League One in 21-22, making 47 appearances in all competitions as they finished in 2nd place. Director of Football Operations and Recruitment, Alex Aldridge, said, Wes strengthens the squad and improves our defensive options in a number of positions. Given that he can play as a centre-back, full-back or wing-back, he's been an ever-present for Rotherham in the past 3 seasons, and he joins us with a real desire to kick on again and establish himself in our team. Having worked with the manager and some of the backroom staff before, we also know that in Wes we're adding an excellent character and leadership qualities to our group. Yes, this is kind of like unsung. It's not a sexy signing. It's not going to set your blood rushing. But this is like, okay, this is kind of like foundations. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Good stuff. Now, moving on to this from LondonNewsOnline.co.uk. I knew straight away he was our type of player. Millwall boss on landing Hood heavily Leuven midfielder Casper de Norre. Millwall manager Gary Rowett was revealed he instantly knew that Casper de Norre was our type of player. The South London club announced this afternoon that Leuven midfielder had joined for an undisclosed fee. De Norre, 26, has been a target for the line since the end of the last championship season. He has played Champions League football for Gonk and as well as representing Belgium at under 21 level. As soon as I saw him, I knew he was our type of player, Rowett told the South London Press. He just had that real energy about him. He's a midfielder who can drop and build possession. He's technically good enough to go and play forward and bring forward players into the game early. He's also a player who can break the game up and go and press and close people down. He covers distance well. He's an intelligent player. He understands the game, when to sit and create some balance, and when to get forward and step into space. He's an all-round midfielder. He's shown the ability to get into the box and score goals. He's also shown the ability to get the ball back off the back players and build possession. There he is with some curly hair back when he was under 21s. He was also captain at Leuven, so he's got those leadership qualities we're looking at. I think it's a great age for him to take the step into English football. He's a player we've been trying to sign for quite a long time now. Like usual, the recruitment team do a lot of really, really good work, and they highlight players that they think are worth looking at. Then myself, Addy, and Robbo will sit down and watch the players. He was one that straight away stood out. He looks like a player who could be really, really suited to the Championship. When you watch more, you see a lot of his other qualities. Mobility is a big thing in today's game. He'll bring that to the team, but also the fact that he's equally comfortable dropping deeper and playing as well as stepping forward. We're always looking for the flexibility. I think he'll be a fabulous addition to our squad. Indeed. But the line I was talking about, that's not in there. But interesting there. I think it's in this one. Now, this is where the line is. So this is from millwallfc.co.uk. Gary Rowett on double Millwall signing. Millwall boss Gary Rowett has spoken after capturing the signatures of Wes Harding and Casper de Norre on Friday. Defender Harding, a free agent before signing for the Lions, and midfielder de Norre, who signed from Hood Heavily Leuven, have both put pen to paper on long-term contracts in SC16 and go down in the history books as Millwall's third and fourth captures of the summer transfer window. Detailing his thoughts behind the 26-year-old Jameer Khan, the manager told millwallfc.co.uk. Wes is a player who I know well from a time at Birmingham, as he came through the youth system there. What always stood out was his character, determination and drive to want to get into the first team while we were there. He's very versatile. He can play anywhere across the back 4 or 5 positions. He's athletic and quick. He's got good composure in forward areas and is also a bit of a leader. He's a good talker and will fit in well with the group with his character. So, like I said, Gary Rowett knows him from Birmingham. And that means obviously Paul Robinson, not the Millwall Paul Robinson, the coach Paul Robinson knows him as well. With regards to Belgian de Norre, Rowett added, Casper's played as a fullback, but I see him in the midfield area. He's a player we've watched for quite a while now, and also a player I think we can improve our team. He's a midfielder who gives us different things. He can build possession. He's very good at playing through the lines, but can also drive forward and support attacks. He's shown the ability to arrive in the box and score as well. He gives us a dynamic presence and complements the midfielders we already have. That's the line there. That last line there. He gives us a dynamic presence and complements the midfielders we already have. This is not a replacement. As I was speculating, obviously I think George Saville is like constantly playing with a knock now. He's got a knocky knee. Brian Leonard, he's got his problems as well. So you're thinking, is this guy coming in to take the pressure off George Saville's knee? But Gary Rowett says he's here to complement the midfielders we already have. So there you have it. And it might be, well, against this team, we play these midfielders, and against another team, we play these 2 midfielders, because that's the style of play we're playing. Are we playing attacking? We're playing defending? We're playing high press, low press? You know what I mean? Are we playing a team where we might have to change formation, like if we go up ahead and then we have to go defend? Can we put one of the players in there that can drop back into defence? All kinds of things. So Gary Rowett there, not a replacement for the midfielders we have. He's here to complement the midfielders we already have. And that was taken from an interview from Mill TV Plus. More on that later. But good to see that they've actually printed some of that out. Because usually they just put the headline and then put the locked video in there. and then you have to subscribe. I know I do subscribe. I haven't seen this video yet, but yeah, it's good to see they've actually taken a story and taken some words and some quotes and put it into a piece that I can read out to you, isn't it? So there you go. Two more signings in the bag. Are you excited? Are you starting to believe now? Obviously, a lot of people mentioning, especially on the comments today, we still need a keeper. A lot of people think we do need a keeper, or one that's better than what we've got. Otherwise, what would the point be? But there you go. I think a lot of people's thinking that last piece of the jigsaw, the keeper, and then we'll see what we can do in this league. Nice. Now, some good or bad news, I don't know. Maybe good, maybe bad. I don't know. It depends on your situation. But they've given us a bit of notice for this one. Millwall Leeds has been selected for Sky Sports coverage. Of course, Leeds are going to be on the TV about 20 times this season. They always are when they're in this league. Sky Sports absolutely love them. It's comical how many times they put Leeds on TV. Well, they put Millwall Leeds on TV. The home game. So Millwall Sky Bet Championship fixture at home to Leeds United has been selected for live TV coverage. The match, originally scheduled to take place on Saturday the 16th of September at 3 p.m, will now be played on Sunday the 17th of September. Kick-off 12 midday. Ticket details for the visit of the Ellen Road outfit will be confirmed in due course. Any further alterations to the Lions 23-24 fixture list will be announced on millfc.co.uk. So that's now, what was it, Norwich away and Leeds at home have been moved to Sunday lunchtime. So there you go. Does that help you? Is that, I don't know. I guess it'll help you if you couldn't get to the game. Now you can watch it on TV. So I guess it'll help you there. Maybe you wanted to, you probably couldn't go because it's a bit tasty to come from your kids. Well, you and the kids can stay at home and watch it on TV, or go down the pub and watch. So yeah, there you go. I don't know, but surely it's absolutely going to be a sellout. This is the first game that a lot of people were looking for. Leeds at home. So yeah, probably guaranteed to be a sold out game. Either way. Now moving on to this. That would be stupidity. Mill boss route and Romain Esse plan. Interesting. Very interesting headline. Wonder what's going on here then. If you can see the picture there, mentioned this before. So this is what Wicket Group sponsored. They sponsored these shirts, which is weird because in the game against Brentford, Millwall were playing in these type of shirts, but they didn't have the sponsorship on. So they literally have two different types of shirts that look like that. One that they use before the games and one that they use at the training ground. But only the one that they use before the games has the Wicket Group logo on. I guess. I know. Kind of weird, but I guess you're going to have extra shirts then. Gary Rowett has emphatically dismissed any suggestion that Romain Esse will be loaned out this season. The 18-year-old attacker impressed for Millwall in central midfield role in the opening 45 minutes of Saturday's friendly win at Gillingham. Esse, capped by England at under 18 level, made 12 championship appearances in the previous campaign, and Rowett instantly shut down any talk that the prospect would be heading away from SC16 as part of his development. He hasn't started a game yet though. I would suggest that he will get. I almost implore Gary Rowett, and this must be. He must be thinking of this already. That Romain Esse definitely needs to start against Reading in the League Cup, and I'm sure that fixture will be very poorly attended. And if you go to that game, you can say that you was there when Romain Esse made his start debut, when he actually started again. Hopefully. And Rowett instantly shut down any talk that the prospect would be heading away from SC16 as part of his development. I can be accused of many things, but that much stupidity will be pushing it, even for me, Rowett told the South London Press. I've worked with a lot of young players before, and their very first step to that, if you involve them around the first team and any appearance they get, is a bonus. It's more of a feeling of being with the team and what it looks like. And he had that last season. He had times when he came off the bench and he did really well, and he had times when he came off the bench and he didn't impact it as much as you like. But that's what the process is all about, isn't it? We're trying to get in the Premier League at the same time, which is never an easy balance. See, look. See the kit there, look. So they've got that kit there. That doesn't have the Wigan Group logo. With the experience Rom's had with England, coupled with a chance over the summer to physically develop a little bit more over 3 or 4 weeks where he doesn't play, the hope is that he comes back in pre-season and he's on another level again. We've seen that so far. It doesn't mean he's going to go and play every game for us, but he's a very serious contender for our team. We want to find a way where a young player like Rom has a chance to develop and make mistakes in our first team while we try and win games at football. A lot of managers will just go with senior players where they know what they will get all the time. We're trying to find that balance. We did the same with Billy, Danny, and was a little bit different. Tyler, when he first came into the team, had a similar sort of situation. And we got the same with young Nino, who could be in the same position. Rowett told our paper at the weekend that he felt Esse's future position could be more central. The player, who is represented by Wilfred Zaha's brother Herve, signed a long-term professional contract in January. Rom is a special young talent, said Rowett. We've got to develop that next little bit, which is impacting league football at championship level. And that's difficult for a senior player to do, let alone a young player. But he's got the ability and the attitude. I won't hesitate to put him in the first team now. However, the Championship is a very physical league. In some ways, if he was playing in another league in Europe, he might be less physical in his technicality. We'd get him in the team straight away, 100%. The Championship is a very different animal, though. It's one of the most intense and physical leagues in the world, so he has to be able to cope with some of that alongside his technical ability. He's learning that, and he's getting better at it all the time. So there you go. Romain Esse is not going out on loan, because that would be stupid. Now, talking of young players, here we go. We've got a long interview with Aidomo Emakhu from londonnewsonline.co.uk, the South London Press's online website. Aidomo Emakhu, determined to kick on at Millwall, reveals extra summer graft to be in tip-top shape. Aidomo Emakhu set himself ambitious goals when he first signed for Millwall, and the fact he didn't manage to achieve them has only made him graft harder. The Lions bought the 19-year-old striker from Shamrock Rovers in the January transfer window. While Emakhu was viewed by the Lions as a development project, the Republic of Ireland under-21 international was intent on being an almost instant hit. So back-to-back injuries, the latter hamstring in March, which ruled him out of the championship running, was difficult to accept. But the response from Emakhu, who scored Mill's second goal in their friendly win at Gillingham on Saturday, was to come back stronger. The start I had at Millwall wasn't quite what I'd hoped for, he told the South London Press. I'd come over here to play in the Millwall team. When you leave home to come and play football, you're hoping for an opportunity. I wanted to play games in the second half of the season. You always have to think big and set standards for yourself. There was a change of intensity and low to what it was back in Ireland. You come into one of the best leagues in the world. My body wasn't quite ready at the time. The work I've done with the fitness coaches and staff means I'm right up there now. Emakhu injured his groin in training just before the FA Cup tie against Sheffield United in January. Then came a hamstring grade 2 tear in the last minute of an under-21 match against Colchester. It was a kick in the teeth for sure, because I just come back from injury and I pulled out again with another one, said Emakhu. You're thinking about what people will think. Is he ready? Is it too much for him? I know myself, I'm well able. So I blocked out the outside noise. I listened to the coaches about what he needed to do, so that this season it didn't happen again. Emakhu featured for Millwall under-21s in their Development League National Final win over the Blades at the Den May. Over the summer he did extra fitness work with Kildare-based one-to-one training along with friends Sinclair Armstrong, a striker on the books of QPR. They've got so many people on board and are good with other brands, said Emakhu, who's used their services since he was 15. They've reached a standard now where they provide for top athletes who've come home to Ireland for a couple of weeks and want to work on the game. After the under-21 final, I had a few days off, and I started to analyse what went well and what went wrong with last season, what could have gone better, areas of my game that needed improving. I went straight back into training. I know the demands for pre-season and the season ahead is going to be very demanding. Mindset over the off-season is just to get myself ready. I knew I had the chance of the Ireland camp as well. We said that was a goal for me because that was after the second injury, and the transition from camp to pre-season, I didn't mind it at all. It was what I needed after missing a large part of last season due to 2 injuries. Emakhu had a trial with Chelsea at the age of 11, also trying out with Stoke City and Birmingham a few years later. Former Chelsea, Fulham and Blackburn winger Damien Duff released him at under 15 level at Shamrock. A previous interview quotes Emakhu, an Arsenal fan, as saying up until that point he expected to be the next big thing. Everyone has that moment in their career which is a turning point, he said. They take a step back and say, this is not for me, or you strive and you get through those barriers. It's important those kinds of things happen, because you learn so much about yourself and your game, and it made me want to work harder and prove people wrong. Emakhu had spells at Crumlin United, who? Exactly. And Shelbourne before resigning for Shamrock. He balanced football with gaining his leaving certificate, which students in Ireland take between the ages of 16 and 19. I've always said I'm big into business, so it would be that or real estate if I didn't play football, he said. It was important I finished my education before I moved to England. I've got friends who took the opposite route. They left very young and they didn't make a very good career for themselves. I know people who took my route and they're still making a good career. I wanted to have that in my back pocket. Playing in England was always a dream of mine. The best football is played over here. I'm grateful for Millwall for taking me in. I'm enjoying every moment. I want to learn as much as I can and see where it takes me. Hopefully that will be at the highest level one day. Emakhu scored in qualifiers in all 3 of the main European competitions, Champions League, Europa League and Europa Conference League for Shamrock. His first European goal against Dores in August 2021 is his career highlight, with the advice of Robbie Keane paying off. The ex-Tottenham and Leeds United striker coached Emakhu at Shamrock. He told me to get myself in the box, so I almost smell where the ball's going to land. To be ready to finish, said the Lions youngster. I remember there were times he would keep on at me because I wasn't doing it enough. I did it on my European debut. I made sure I listened to everything Robbie said. He's played at the highest level and scored some really important goals. He's the highest goal scorer for Ireland. Pre-season is a chance for young players to impress management and try to upgrade their squad status. There is loan interest in Emakhu from clubs lower down the English League pyramid. But my focus right now is to keep playing for Millwall, to keep doing well in pre-season, and show them what I can do. It can only work in my favour both ways. A club can come in for me, or I'll be challenged for a spot in the team. Whatever happens, I'm ready for whatever comes. I'm excited for my first full season in England. Let's have it! So there you go. There's a big, long interview with Aidomo Emakhu. You've got to say I like the way he sounds. Very positive. A hard grafter. Put the work in. He's got a plan. Knows where he wants to go. Good stuff. Yeah, I like the look of him, especially when he plays through the middle. Playing through the middle for the under-21s and this game against Fulham looks very good. So yeah, there you go. We're going to finish with this. This is from millfc.co.uk. They're advertising Mill TV and Mill TV Plus packages. You can start buying them for the new season now. Stop. Did you sign up for Mill TV Plus last season? Do not buy it again. Why? Because it automatically renews. That's what it said. It says now, and that's what it said in. I remember it saying that when I did it last time. In last July. So don't pay twice, because if you will end up with a stewball situation where you're trying to buy your ticket for your seat when you've already got season ticket. So with regards to Millwall TV, the place to be to watch or listen to live matches, supporters can now purchase annual and monthly packages for the new campaign. 4 packages available, including an annual video subscription for international fans, which is currently discounted to 140. This package allows you to watch every Millwall game from the Sky Bet Championship across the season. That's a lie. There's a star there. What does that star mean? Unless it's selected for broadcast. So if it's selected for broadcast in your local area by an actual TV company, you will not be able to watch it. But you still have to pay £140. So at the moment, we know that the Norwich game, what was the other one? The Leeds game. Is there another game on Sky so far? I can't remember, and I don't really care. So you've already lost at least 2 games, probably more, to be honest. So at the moment, what is it? 46, 40, 44. Could go down to as many as 38. Still good value in it. £140 to watch 38 games live on the telly from across the ocean. Because this is only available to people who live outside the UK and Ireland. Now, of course, things like VPNs exist, so apparently people can use them to do this. Audio passes are also available worldwide, providing commentary of all Millwall matches. Due to Sky Sports broadcast agreements, 3 PM kickoffs on Saturday afternoons will not be available to stream in the UK and Ireland. Games outside of this time will be available to stream. They are not selected for live broadcast in the UK for £10 per match. Now, I thought there was a limit on that. I thought it was at 8 per season. I'm not too sure, and I think if teams don't want to broadcast it because they want to sell tickets, then they can do that. So they can say no, because I think that happened to us, and it was at Blackburn. They didn't want it streamed. So yeah, these are the prices. Annual audio pass, monthly live video pass. I don't know, it's international plans. So basically, you can pay yearly, you can pay monthly. Now, here we go. Mill TV Plus, meanwhile, is your home for video content covering all things Lions, such as Gary Rowett's interview that what we heard from earlier. Get exclusive access to all Mill content through the lens of our camera. There are 2 packages on offer: monthly subscription for just £5 a month, or an annual subscription for £50. Experience interviews, behind the scenes videos, full match replays, wall talk, and much more. Your Millwall TV Plus subscription unlocks plenty of unique content. With monthly giveaways to those who sign up, videos will be available to watch on millfc.co.uk and the club's app. Please note that Millwall TV Plus packages do not include audio and video streams, so if you subscribe to Millwall TV Plus, that's separate from the audio pass. It's not the same. You must have a Millwall profile to purchase a Millwall TV Plus subscription. Please note, this subscription will renew automatically unless you cancel your agreement. This subscription is separate to any Millwall TV audio and video subscriptions already available. So, yeah, I think the TV Plus one renews. I think the other ones don't renew. So if you didn't know that, how did you pay last time? With a credit card or a debit card? You have enough money in the account with a debit card? Because they're going to draw that out. They may already have done. I don't know. So yeah, there you go. Available now if you want to get on that. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.